Hello, hello. Amira Alvarez here, founder and CEO of The Unstoppable Woman. Okay, so I'm in San Diego at a business event, and I want to connect this idea of giving is the first law of receiving, the law of reciprocity. I was talking about that recently, and I want to show you how it works in action. Give you a little example. So I come back to my room. It's in a hotel in San Diego by the waterfront. It's out there. And I'm walking back to my room on the 16th floor. And yesterday, not today, wearing a different dress today. Yesterday, I'm wearing this gorgeous, to me gorgeous, long dress. It's bright orange and it flows and it's really pretty and I feel like $1,000,000 in it. And I'm walking back to my room at one of the breaks and these two women see my name tag and they say, "Oh, you're part of the event," and "Oh my God, that's an amazing dress." And of course, this is what happens when women get together, right? Not every time, not all the time. Sometimes we talk academics and calculus and sending rockets to the moon and all sorts of other things like that. But sometimes we talk about dresses. And so I started telling them, "Oh yeah, I love this dress. I feel like $1,000,000 in it. It's a DVF." They were asking me, who was the designer. They didn't know who Diane von Furstenberg was, and I didn't know who that was a couple years ago either, because I was living under a rock. Hi, Erin. Nice to meet you too. Or great that you're here too. Sorry, that's funny. And so we started talking dresses, and then I was like, "Do you want to see my other dresses? They're all DVF, everything that I brought." And I invited them into my room because they were standing right outside my room, and opened my closet for them and started showing them these dresses and telling them about my evolution with dressing better, because I used to be fairly frumpy, okay? Now people will say that's not true or whatever, blah, 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 but I didn't spend a lot of time putting myself together, doing my hair, doing my makeup, wearing nice clothes, whatever. And I could tell that they were fascinated by this story. So I started sharing all of that with them. And then they were asking me, what's my brand, The Unstoppable Woman? What does that mean? And I started chatting with them and then telling them what was possible. They were looking at my books by my bedside table, everything that I bring with me on every business trip. I have my standard library. They took photos of the covers, just in case you're wondering what those are. Science of Getting Rich, Working with the by Wallace Wattles, Working with the Law by Raymond Hollywell, Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill, and I've also been bringing, I'm looking over there because that's where they are, The Mastery of Love by Don Miguel Ruiz. Fabulous. He wrote the 4 Agreements, and this is a fantastic book. I just gave it to my Spirit of Wealth Mastermind women at the last retreat. They all got a copy of it because it is amazing. And so we started talking about business and all of this, and they were just getting started. They were still in other jobs, and so I was telling them about how money moves and how to work with money and how to step out of fear. And I opened the window. Let's see if I can do this. I opened the window. And I told them to look outside. Now, this is the San Diego Harbor. There's lots of factories over there. I don't know quite what they are. But there's a convention center right there. And I was telling them a couple months ago, I was at another event in that building with 7,000 people there, 10,000 people there. There was some huge number of people at this event. There is not a shortage of people in this world. And in all those cars that were down there, I'll do that. Let's see if you can see it, right? All those cars that are down there have people in it. Money moves from source through people to you, okay? Through the mechanism of sales. I love Don Miguel Ruiz too, Allison. Oh, do you have that book? Let me know. If you don't, I'm sending it to you right now, okay? So let me know. And they got it. It dropped in for them that there is a plethora of people out there. There's no shortage of people, okay? And that means that there's no shortage of abundance that can come through them to you. Now, you have to do the work. You have to learn a couple things, right? You have to figure out how to run your business. You have it right on. So it dropped in for them. They got it. Okay. And then they were inspired. You know, I'm at someone else's event, so I'm not selling my own stuff. They were interested in what I was doing, but they were inspired and they bought this woman's program, which is fantastic. They're going to jam on it. I saw them today. And that felt amazing to give them the inspiration to take action on their dreams. And it started with talking about dresses and opening the door for them into my life and opening the door to them in my closet. Okay. Now, I'm not the biggest clothes hound out there. There's probably many of you who are like, I've seen Allison's shoe closet, shoe stack. She's got something going on there. But for me, this has been all new. And I know for some women that is like an amazing little shift. And what then dropped in for one of the women I was with when we walked back to the conference, she was saying that she wants to start this business around really helping humanity by like reducing the amount of waste in this world. And she was talking about how she does these clothing swaps, goddess swaps with her friends in LA and all this stuff. And then we were riffing on her business because that's what I do. I'm a business coach, so I'm always like helping people see possibilities and stuff like that. And she was loving this idea of my beautiful dress. And I was like, yeah, you don't need that many of them. One sexy dress. And then I was like, oh my God, that's the name of your business. One sexy dress. And you know what she did? She bought that domain right then and there. Okay. That's the third person at this event that I've helped name their business or find a domain. It's really funny. It seems to be dropping in for people. And they're both coming to my event in November, the Unstoppable Women Income Breakthrough Summit. Yes, that's a plug. That's a seed. It's in November in Carlsbad, San Diego, just outside of San Diego. So Carlsbad, California. I hope you all of you guys come. Okay. Sign up. Do it now. All that good stuff. And the fact that I was able to help these women start their business, spark their movement forward felt so good to me. When I saw them today and they were like, we're doing it. I was like, yay, go do it. Okay. And that's going to come back to me triple fold in the future. I have zero doubt about that. Okay, whether they become clients of mine or someone else does, it doesn't matter. I'm showing up of service and it feels so good because it takes you out of scarcity. Okay, with that, that's the end of my little Facebook Live. Hope you've enjoyed it. Give me a thumbs up or a wave hello. Hello, Yona. Hi, nice to see you. And I'll catch you next time. Okay, mwah, bye.